Are you wasting a lot of money on your YouTube channel just because you think it's going to be a business in the future? Well, let me tell you something. You might be in business right now. Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Oh guys, I've been wanting to make this video now for a couple of days, but I've been busy. But you know, after seeing a bunch of videos out there, watching videos from some of my friends who have YouTube channels, one of the things I really wanted to talk about is this, you know, having your YouTube channel as a business, right? It can be a business. A lot of people are in business and they don't even realize it. And this is a thought that came to me because a lot of you, right? A lot of you are spending money on your YouTube channels, whether it's, you know, buying software, buying video games, things that you specifically buy for your channel. And a lot of people look towards the future and say, well, you know, my channel is eventually going to pay off, right? Eventually going to pay off and it's going to become a business or some way to earn an income in the future. Well, guys, let's start off with a famous disclaimer here. This is not financial advice. If you need financial advice, please seek the help of a professional. And specifically, if you want to do YouTube as a business, you should really have an accountant. That's the perfect type of professional you need. You don't want to be, you know, begging for tax money later on because you didn't know you had a business. You have to report all your income, of course. And if you have a small YouTube channel, you think, well, you know, I'm not making an income, so why do I have this here, right? And again, this is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. That's why you have to consult a professional, because it could be that this might be beneficial for you depending on your tax bracket, right? Depending on how much you're spending, right? You have to weigh how much you're going to spend as opposed to how much you save. The money that you're wasting right now, that you feel that you're wasting anyway on video games and editing software, whatever you buy for your channel, right? Whether it's intros, what have you, right? It's not necessarily wasted money if you have a business and because you could write it off, right? But some of you don't even know you have a business yet because you think that you're going to make money in the future. Let me tell you this, as we know, right? And as you should know from this channel, a business doesn't have to make money. Right? And a lot of people start businesses that don't make money for the first few years. Some of them invest in them specifically to get tax breaks on certain things. And that's what we want to talk about here today. If you have a YouTube channel that you plan to monetize in the future, I say way too many of you out there spending a lot of money, right, that aren't monetized yet, right? That maybe that you look forward to in the future, looking for super chats and all that. But you're spending time building a YouTube channel that eventually will earn you money. Well, you can start a business now, and it doesn't have to be profitable, right? Now, why would you start a business without being profitable? Well, let me tell you. There's things that you can write off if you have a business. Again, this is why you need to consult a professional to see if it makes business sense for you, right? I'll give you an example. Let's say you make, $20,000 a year, right? Round numbers, it's too little, but let's just pretend, right? You're a college student, you're making $20,000 a year, and you know, you're spending a lot of your money, right? A lot of your money on YouTube. Well, you just need you need to set your priorities straight, right? But let's say you make 40 or 50 and you're spending, you know, a year, $2,000-$3,000, right? Then some of the expenses, it might make sense depending how much taxes you pay, right? It might make sense to create a company just so you can write these things off. Well, what kind of things could you write off, right? And I can only put myself as an example, right? Let's say I decide to monetize a channel. Then at that point, the insurance, for example, on these games would be one of the things I could write off. The camera, the computer, any equipment that I buy specifically for the business are things that I could potentially write off depending on how you use them. Again, you consult with your accountant, with a professional, but it might make sense for you, right? Because if you're just spending and spending and spending money, and then on top of that you have to pay taxes on your earnings and you're not getting anything for your efforts, then it really doesn't make sense, right? It really doesn't make sense for you not to have a business, because you're spending so much time, so much energy. Not only that, you're spending a lot of your resources funding your channel. And what do you get in return? A few likes. Well, it could be more than that if you actually have a business. Now, business laws are different everywhere, guys. I'm in the United States, so I can only speak to what is here in front of me, right? It might be different if you're watching me from another country. But the fact is that a business can write off expenses in most, capitalist economies, democratic economies out there in the world, right? And it might be the right move for you. I know I see a few channels, right, where they're buying equipment, they're buying tons of games, they're buying this and that and the other. And, depending on the family size and economic condition, it might make sense to start a business. Business licenses are not that expensive, right? Local taxes and properties are going to be at a minimum, right? Because local taxes anyway, because you have nothing yet, right? But at least you get to write it off against your income. You can do something with that money that you're spending, right? Now, is it right for everybody? No, right? As a former business owner, I can tell you, you have to be very disciplined, right? You have to be very disciplined, and you have to have an accountant that you really trust and that is willing to put in the work, right? While you're not making any money, well, everything's just going to be expenses. You're basically just going to list everything that you spend for your channel on to the accountant, and he's going to make the books for you. Once you start earning money, then it gets a little bit more complicated. You need to consult with them to see what is it they're going to need from you in order to keep this business going. Make no mistake, it's just not, cashing checks after you get monetized. It's just not getting the money and running. There's taxes to be paid, whether you're a business or not, right? It might not make sense for you. Maybe you blow up and you have a great channel. Well, you're really going to need an accountant, right? But even if you don't, if you're not successful and you're spending large amounts of money on your channel, guys, it really, really, really would benefit you to consult your accountant and have a good talk and let them know how much you're spending on your channel, how much you spend on equipment. Maybe they know whether or not it makes sense for you, right, to make your YouTube channel a business, because there's different ways of making money even if you're not monetized without e-begging, right? You don't necessarily have to e-beg. You can make money on your channel without e-begging, offering services and other things. And I'll make a separate video for that, talking about those things. But I really wanted to put this out there because tough times are coming, guys. They really, really are. So remember, consult your accountant, consult a professional. This might make sense for you. If not, even the question is worth it. You don't want to spend thousands of dollars towards your YouTube channel and in the end find out that you didn't take advantage and you left money on the table. All right, guys, that's a quick one for you today. We'll have some more videos this weekend. I will catch you on the next one. Take care.
New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.